Hey guys, so the video that I'm doing today is a really highly requested one. I'm doing a tutorial on how I curl my hair, so hopefully you guys enjoy this and I'll talk to you in a little bit. So this is what my hair looks like when I just wake up. I usually go to bed with wet hair because that's what gives me the volume and a little bit of a wave that I have going on in my hair. If I let my hair dry, like air dry, it will be like pin straight, and I don't really like the way that looks on me. So typically for a normal day, I'll just leave my hair like this because I like it like that, or I put my hair up in a bun. I usually don't style my hair too much. I don't know, I feel like my hair looks okay by like natural, that I don't really need to do anything. But if I am going to go out or if it's for a special occasion, I like to do one of two things for my hair. I like to either curl my hair or I like to blow dry with a round brush. So when I curl my hair, my preference is to use a curling iron. I know a lot of people use a straight iron, but I just don't feel like it looks the same. Like when they do with the flat iron and twist it and pull it through, the curls are all kind of all over the place and they're like weird shapes. I much prefer a curling iron, and I know that's very like old school and old fashioned of me, but I really think that it works the best. So if you don't have a curling iron but are in the market to buy a curling iron, I just wanted to show you some things that I look for in buying one. This is the one that I'm going to be using today, and I would say the number one thing to look for is multiple heat settings. That's really, really important. This one has a few different ones, and what it is you just push it out to change the dial and then push it in to lock it in place. And it also has an on-off switch. Another thing I like to look for is one that has a little foot like this, because then you can rest it on your counter and not have to worry about melting anything. And then also an important thing is at the bottom if this cord swivels, because you're going to be twisting it like this, and if this cord doesn't swivel, it's going to get all knotted and awful. And it seems like a no-brainer, like that every curling iron would make this, but surprisingly they don't. If you are planning on doing this on your hair or going to do it frequently on your hair, I would suggest using a heat protectant. I'm not going to because I never do. I usually only use hot tools on my hair maybe once a month or once every 2 months, and my hair is pretty healthy. I just don't like to add products to my hair, so do as I say, not as I do, because everyone should really use a heat protectant. I just don't like to add stuff onto my hair. So that's pretty much it for the things that I look for when I buy a curling iron. I will have more information at the end of the video on this specific curling iron if you're interested, but right now let's just get into how I curl my hair. So what I like to do lately when curling my hair is to take a medium clip like this and clip up the top layer of my hair. Or the top and middle, I guess. So then after I clipped up most of my hair, all that's left is the underneath hair, and I just split it in two and then kind of put my fingers through it to make sure that there are no snarls or anything like that. So I like to start from the very back of the chunk, and I like to take different sized strands to give me different sized curls. The ones from the very back, I like to do a little bit smaller and tighter than any of the ones that I'm going to do on top, because these are the ones that tend to fall the most on me. So I just grab a little bit of hair like this, and I put it in the curling iron. I do not curl the end. I leave about that much out, and then I just twist it. Now, I'd be careful because sometimes the top can still get really hot. And then I just let it sit there for a couple minutes. Or not a couple minutes, a couple seconds. A couple minutes would be like crazy. And then let it out. And it just looks like this. And although the end isn't curled, I don't really worry about it because this curl's going to fall a little bit and it'll just look like a nice, easy curl. So as far as tips on doing this, if you have long hair or you want sort of longer curls, what I like to do is when I release this, I like to gently pull down as well. So not just release the lever here and just let it come out, but to pull it down at the same time. Because if you pull it down at the same time, it's going to give you sort of a longer, not so bouncy curl. So as you can see, that these curls are really defined, but it's fine because these ones, like I said, are going to get a little bit less tight and less curly. So I'm just going to continue like that. I do want to show you one other way to curl your hair. This is another way that a lot of people like to, but I don't find that I get enough of a curl with it. So you'll see a lot of people do this, and even like on TV, where they'll clip it like this and then twirl it around this way. And I think that it gives sort of a beachier look and not such a tight curl, but it falls a lot quicker on me. Like, I don't like to use a lot of hair products, so I like to do whatever is going to give me the best curl and the best hold without having to layer on a ton of products on my hair. So a lot of people will do it like this, and that gives you a really nice curl too. And a lot of people think that it's also a lot healthier for your hair because you're not heating the tip, but I don't curl the tip anyway. But I did want to just show you that, just in case you wanted to do it that way. I'll go ahead and do one more for you. So you're going to clip it and then just wrap it around. And then hold it there for a little bit. The holding's waiting. I mean, the holding's boring. The holding's waiting, what the heck? So then just release it like that and you will still have a really pretty curl. But as you can see, let me just stand on my tippy toes for a second. So as you can see though, these curls are not as curly as these ones are. It's hard to tell anything because there's only like 2 and it looks crazy. Okay, so the pros and cons of both ways of curling your hair. If you curl it the way that I curl it, it's a lot easier to me and a lot faster, and I feel like you have a less risk of getting burned. But the only thing is that since you are curling it from the bottom up, the bottom of the hair is getting the heat first versus the top or the middle of your hair. So it is going to be a little bit curlier at the bottom. If you have no layers, I would suggest doing the other method. I have layers, so it's not going to matter where the curl is focused because I'm going to have a lot of different levels of curl. If you have all one layer hair, I would definitely do the other way that I had suggested. But I'm also not too precise on doing my curls in order. Sometimes I just like to grab separate chunks, and it's okay if you have a little bit in there that's been curled, like this one is, from a previous trip through the curling iron, because I like the way it gives it sort of a different, makes kind of all the curls different and not so uniform. So now I took down my hair and I resectioned it off. So up here is pretty much only the top part of my hair, and this is all the rest. I don't separate it from the bottom pieces because, like I told you before, sometimes I like to grab a section that I've already curled and mix it with a section I haven't curled and make a new curl. So I just like to leave it like that. So even for the middle layer, I do kind of like to have a tighter curl, curlier curl than the top layer, because this is going to fall too. But also this is going to lay sort of the volume for your top layer of hair, because it's going to sit on top of these curls. So now I'm going to be doing the top layer of my hair. Now the top layer is the only one that I really care about because the top layer is really what's going to make your hair look nice. For the top layers, I like to start from the back because I don't worry about those ones too much, and I kind of want those ones to be a little bit curlier. So now you don't want the front pieces around your face to be super curly. So what I'm actually going to do is push this in and turn the setting down just a little bit, because this is kind of a newer curling iron for me, and this one gets a lot hotter than my old one. So I just want to make sure that I'm not going to be making it too hot. So now you do want to curl the front pieces away from your face. So this actually does take some extra thought for me, because a lot of times I have to think, okay, well, which way is going to be away from my face? So that's pretty much it. After that, I like to just kind of run my hands through my hair and break up any concentrated curls that may be going on that have kind of grouped together. As you can see, my hair has fallen quite a bit since when I was first curling it, and that's why I like to do it so curly, because I know it's going to lose curl as I am curling the rest of my hair, and I like these loose curls like this. I like the way that looks better than a really tight curl, and better than a wave on me. That's why I don't use any products during curling. Plus I don't like to, a lot of people will spray their hair and then curl, and I just don't like the thought of that, like baking the products onto my hair. So I always wait till the end to do my hair products. Typically I don't use any, but since it is summer and it's hot and it's humid, I am going to be going in with a hairspray. And I'm just using this one by White Sands. It's called Infinity. So I don't normally like to use hairspray. I just like to use it on the ends. So I'm just going to put a little bit and then just like kind of scrunch my hair at the bottom. So that's it. That's how I curl my hair. This is actually a super requested video, probably my most requested video. But as you can see, it's really quick, simple, you know, easy. If you're familiar with my videos, you know that that's the way I like it. I like to take the easiest, most simple route to doing something and still have it look nice. So if you're wondering about the curling iron that I use, here's the side where it tells you the size. It's a 1-inch one, and then that's the model. I'm actually going to post a link in the info box. That way you don't have to like search around for this, and you can just click it and be redirected. I actually got this from Flatiron Experts, and the thing that I really like about their site is that they don't only have flat irons, because I don't really straighten my hair all that often, so I like that it carries some other products too. So that's basically it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. All I did different just now is I just pushed some of my hair back. So anyway, I hope that you liked it and that it was helpful for you guys.